Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Show Me Mary and this is Show Me O'Clock. As you all know, I'm a registered midwife and I share my journey here in the UK and everything in between. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing what I have learned working as a midwife here in the UK. I know for me, when I was working in Nigeria, I don't know, things looked a little bit blurred. There were not definite lines, You're just doing everything. Some things that you're not even meant to do, you are being asked to do it, you understand? At the end of the day, for example, I was a midwife, but I was also the high dependency nurse in my first hospital because we were the one caring for people in the recovery room. So post-op patients, the nurse was the midwife was the theater nurse. And we had, did we have theater nurses? We didn't have people who specialize in theater nurses, but the midwives were the one working in the theater and we're recovering them. And we're also looking after critically ill patients where I was working. But working here in the UK has opened my eyes. So I'm going to share with you guys what I have learned from being a midwife here in the UK. So if you're watching this video and you're coming here for the first time, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, especially if you're a midwife. Hey, you're missing out on a lot if you're not subscribed to this channel, because this is the best midwifery channel that you would ever find. Also, welcome. I would say thank you to my old subscribers. Thank you guys. You guys are so super. Like, the number of subscribers are getting increased every day, and I'm happy I'm able to reply to your requests on the comments and also on my Instagram. I know it takes sometimes, but then I'm always able to reply my messages. So today, as I said, I'm going to start. The first thing is that it makes you responsible. Your responsibility from the day you even collect the job, your job description is clear. When you get into the role, you're going to be oriented. You know what your job description is. You are being settled into the role. Like compared to when I was working in Nigeria, they will just orientate you. Nigeria will just tell you that, okay, this is where we keep this is where we keep that. They don't mind if you have some basic skills or not. They are not even interested. Shall get there and work. You understand? Shall get there and work. It's you that will now say, sorry, I can't suture. Can we get someone else to help us? Or I can't do this, so can I learn? Or something like that. You're basically fighting for yourself. But in the UK, I'm basically being made responsible because they have trained you, they've orientated you, and you know your roles, and you are fully responsible for your actions. You're fully responsible for everything that you do. Being responsible means the obligation to perform the task or comply with the rule. So they've given you the rule, they've given you the task. It is left to you to comply to it, which you have to comply to it, else your pin has to go for it if you don't comply, if you're not responsible. So it has taught me to be responsible. It has taught me to know what my responsibilities are, what the responsibilities of other people are, so that we can delegate tasks appropriately, and also so that I can seek help or escalate any concerns that I have. The second thing I'm going to say, it has made you accountable. Anything you put your signature on, anything you put your name on, whether you check drug with someone, whether you give IV to someone, you are responsible for the tax. Everything that happens, you are highly I'm saying accountable now. You are highly accountable for whatever happens. I know that when I was in Nigeria, I wasn't used to. I knew when I was in school, I knew there was something called incident form, but I don't think I ever needed to do that when I was in Nigeria. I never filled an incident form when I was in Nigeria. I don't even know what it looks like. But yeah, you're accountable. Because you're accountable, you have to take it up on yourself. If you see anything that is going to put harm to the patient, or something that is not right, or something that you have done, you have to report yourself. You understand? So even in this place, even if anybody is not seeing you, you still have to report yourself, because who knows if it goes up and comes down and there's a query to it, you have to answer for it. Why didn't you report yourself when it was happening at that point in time? Do you understand? And the fact is that even the people looking at you, people watching you, your fellow midwives, they can report you if they feel that the service you're giving is putting harm to the patient. If I'm also viewing someone that is doing something dangerous to a patient, I have the responsibility to report. So it's not like someone is wicked, your village people are following you. No, you have to report. It depends on what you're doing. So you that you are doing anything, you that you're performing a task, you're performing a role, you have to be accountable for that. So even the consultants, even the SHO, you can report them. There's a system in place for you to report them, because as the midwife, you're the one in charge of your patients and you are advocates for them. So it has taught me to be responsible and to be accountable for our actions. Another thing it has taught me is to be skillful. Oh my goodness, one thing I really love about here in the UK is the way they support you to get that confidence in your skills. For example, now if you're a newly qualified midwife, no one is expecting you to already know how to cannulate. Fine, there might be some expectations that, okay, you should get an hand of it, but no one is expecting you to know how to do everything. They are ready to support you. You have your practice development team. You have series of trainings that you will take. In fact, you are not meant to do some procedures except you've done the training. For example, to do your venipuncture, you are not allowed to do venipuncture, that is taking blood from a patient, without doing the training. Same as cannulation, you are not allowed to do it until you've done the training. So when you've done the training, they are going to give you a slip to fill in your competencies on it. So if you have not done it, they are not expecting you. If you are not being signed off for that procedure, you are not expected to do it. Also, your suturing, same as that. Like, mention that skill that you need. You are being supported to do it. In fact, we also have prompt training, which is a training that involves multidisciplinary team, which is a scenario-based training that they expect you how you are going to do to keep your skills and to improve on your skills when attending to emergencies. These are very, very important. Like, I have learned a lot of things working here in the UK, like just getting my skills. I'm very sure that if peradventure I go back to Nigeria to be a midwife, all these skills, like, I really wish I could transfer all these skills to every midwife that I come across. It's really, really good. Like, I'm really confident in myself, in my skills. Like, unlike, like, you know what to do. You just know as you're being trained, as you're working, you grow in your skill. You become skillful. That's why if you're 1 year experience, if you have 1 year experience, if you have 2 years experience, 3 years experience, you're able to manage a lot of cases because your eyes have seen. So another thing I would say is there is reward for hard work. Here in here in the UK, you get reward for hard work. No one sees you as over sabi to do. No one sees you as that. I remember when I got my first job in a private hospital in Nigeria. When I got there, this is just there, the thing there. When I got there, that, you know, A&E, I'm someone that I like being very active. So I work very fast when I'm at work. You know, if there is a crowd here, I can do things so fast that I can clear the crowd as soon as possible, because I don't see any reasons why you should just be drawing, you know, multitasking, kind of planning myself to be able to do it. So when I got to this private hospital, I was working very fast. I was like, please, could you give me this? And they're like, they are doing it. It's not there from the pharmacy. I wanted to collect a drug. They were just slow. And I was like, please, could you be fast? I need to attend to this person. And they're like, oh, it's because you are new here. That's why you're doing like this. I was like, really? Why would you say that to someone? Oh, like, you've just started. That's why you're doing like this. You will get tired. And to the glory of God, I worked there for 1 good year. And I don't think the way I attended to patients changed in that 1 year that I worked. Even till now, since I've been qualified, even since when I started my midwifery training, the empathy, the urgency, Everything that I have now is what I have developed from my training. I don't behave nonchalant to work. I'm not nonchalant to work. I'm very, very hardworking. I do my job and do it the right way. You understand? So there's reward for hard work here. No one sees you as overdo. No one is seeing you as, oh, you too know. People are saying like, oh, she's good. Oh, she's hardworking. You understand? And even if you don't get the reward like right there, if you don't get the reward right there, you don't get praises, you don't get comments, someone is looking at you. Everyone is watching you. And when the time comes that you need to like maybe take a leap, to take, maybe you want to take a bigger role, you want to apply for something, they can see you. They can see you. And at that point, that is when you will get your reward for hard work. Another thing I'm going to say is leadership skills. Yes, and yes, and yes. They've equipped me so much with leadership skills. In fact, I'm someone that I hate people watching me while I do things. I don't like it. But with this, I've been trained on, because when you do things right, when people watch you, even if it's not convenient for me, but I have been trained that you have to be that leader. You have to help other people. You understand? So I've been able to help other colleagues, even help especially people that are new to the trust, like people that are newly qualified, people that maybe internationally trained, or people that do not really have experience, and I can see the fear is written all over them. I welcome them. I'm not the midwife in charge or anything, but I welcome them. I make them feel like, don't worry, this, you would still get over this phase. You understand? Let them feel that they are not alone, and that alone is a great leadership skill. And I've been able to start mentoring students, which most of the students have given me positive response. I'm surprised. So you're a good teacher, you're good, you're doing this very well. They enjoy working with me, and that's really good. That's something I should be proud of. So my leadership skills, I can feel it, I can see it in myself that it's really improved. And the last thing I'm just going to talk about is I've learned how to speak up and how to stand up for myself. You understand? You don't just allow. I think this would just be a gist for another day. I would like in the private hospital where I was working before, they were good, but you couldn't speak up for yourself because you're scared that the MD is going to sack you, or you're scared that something is going to happen. So if you don't have any other option, you just manage what you have. So that is the situation of most midwives or most nurses in Nigeria that I know about. You're just managing it. You can't speak up if something is wrong or something. You don't want to talk so that they won't collect your job from you. That is not a good culture. It's a bad culture in Africa, and I really think we can end that. But here in the UK, you can speak up if anything is bothering you. You can talk to your midwife in charge. You can talk to, when I started, I had a preceptor. You can talk to your preceptor. You can talk to your practice development. You can talk to your matron. You can talk to the head of midwifery. You can talk to professional midwife advocates. If you can't get them, you can talk to your RCM representative. Or you can even take it to the national RCM, and they are going to fight it up from there. So you don't need to like bottle up. You don't need for anyone. No one is going to bully you. Nobody is going to talk to you anyhow. But you know, I have some things that I've experienced. But Africans now, I've developed tough skin for a lot of things, and some things will happen. I say, I don't need to report this. You understand? But there was one that happened that I needed to report, and immediate action was taken when I spoke out, and I was really happy that I spoke out. And the person felt very, very remorseful, even though the person is more experienced than I was, and also like it was even a doctor. So but when I reported it, he had to come to apologize to me, like sincerely apologize and apologize for this. You understand? And it was taken up, because if it wasn't taken up, I can still go as far as however length I want to. You already know your means of reporting. You know how to do it. You understand? And nobody just pushes you around. So if you are here and you've watched this video to this end, if you're a midwife in the UK here, tell me what are the things that have stood out for you since you became a midwife here, or since you became a nurse here, or if you are also in Nigeria. You can agree or disagree to what I have said and add your own comments to it. I hope this channel still continues to grow to become a community of midwives across Africa, and it can only go viral, or it can only go wherever we want it to go with your help. Please do well by subscribing to this YouTube channel. Share this video on your WhatsApp status, on your Instagram story with the thumbnail. Share it as far as you want it to be, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.